Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a look across quite a sweep of time, actually.
Yeah, a really significant period.
From 1968 all the way to 2042. We're tracking how democratic power and public trust seem to just erode generation by generation.
And our goal here really is to unpack this idea our sources call the quiet lock. We're looking at how things shifted through the eyes of three people: Elias, Sarah, and then Leo.
The quiet lock, meaning power consolidated almost silently. So slowly people didn't notice until, well, it was too late.
Exactly. The lock clicks shut, and the key's gone before you even realize the door was closing.
Okay, so let's start back in 1968. Peak confidence, right? With Elias. He believed in the system, had that I voted sticker, felt real pride.
Oh, absolutely. He believed in the deal, what the sources call the capital growth engine. It delivered for him. The job, the house.
Stability.
That's it. Stability. And his view was quite aspirational. He saw capital concentration, the wealthy, as necessary fuel.
Fuel for investment.
Right. They gather resources, they invest, and that grows the economy for everyone. That was the idea. And things like lobbying or political influence.
That was just noise, part of the process.
Yeah, maybe a bit, unsavory sometimes, but not fundamentally damaging. That's how he saw it.
But that's the critical point, isn't it? He focused on the noise, but missed the quiet restructuring happening underneath.
Precisely. He couldn't see these deeper mechanisms starting up the influence growth engine, the power consolidation cycle.
He thought the game was fair, but the rules were already being subtly rewritten.
Mm-hmm. Which takes us right to Sarah's generation. 1995, a massive shift.
And she's not holding a voting sticker. She's holding a protest sign. Her dad's plant closed down.
Because the rules had changed. New regulations, tax policies, they favored capital that could just, pick up and leave, outsourcing, globalization.
Over the local community, she described it like hitting a wall, right? A silent bureaucratic wall.
Yeah, and that's where her sense of democratic power just vanished. The community fights locally, but the real decisions, made far away, insulated from them.
And the media coverage.
Oh, yeah. Often owned by interests benefiting from the closure. So they frame the local resistance as, backwards, protectionist.
That loss of perceived fairness.
Yeah.
That's what really cracked public trust, according to the sources.
Definitely. And that kicks off what their research calls the trust erosion cycle.
Right, because the frustration doesn't go away. It just gets redirected.
Exactly. People start blaming the wrong neighbors for the right problems, as one source put it. Trust curdles because the real source of the issue feels unreachable, invisible.
Which then brings us to the final stage.
Yeah.
Leo, 2042.
And what's Leo doing? He's not voting, not protesting. He's just scrolling past election alerts on his device.
Democracy is just a faded logo.
Yeah.
That's how they put it. Something used to justify things, but nobody really believes in it.
Pretty much. Public trust is basically at zero. Everyone just assumes the owners, the capital holders, are the only ones who matter.
And the result is this constant social instability, which ironically starts hurting the economy itself.
Yes, that's a key point. The instability actually undermines growth for everyone, even the elites eventually. The system starts eating itself, in a way.
So connecting the dots, the democratic checks and balances, voting, protest, regulation, they weren't just weakened, they were removed surgically.
It's the argument, removed by that long, quiet consolidation. So when the system gets out of whack, the only feedback loops left are these really damaging ones, what the sources call limits to growth.
Meaning mass instability, chaos. That's the only way the system course corrects anymore?
It seems to be the only mechanism left providing that negative feedback. Yes, it's a high-damage solution.
That really paints the picture of the quiet lock. The tragedy wasn't one big event, but Elias's initial faith in a deal that was already being quietly dismantled.
Allowing that ratchet to turn click by click, almost unnoticed.
Until the lock was shut, leaving Leo as just apathy.
Which leaves a pretty stark question for you, listening now. If those traditional political democratic levers are gone, or at least neutralized,
And the only feedback is damaging instability.
where do you even look for non-political ways to correct course before those catastrophic limits are the only option left?
Something important to think about. That's all for this deep dive.